in singing, and that you saw him like across the party kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
I saw the back of his head. You know, because he was talking to somebody else.
Alright, so let's set that up.
Okay, so if you stand like this, and I was singing at the stage was over here, and I was singing, and then I stopped singing, and I was talking to somebody. So I was kind of like, I just walked off the stage, and I was talking to somebody, and there were lots of people coming up to me and saying, you know, stuff. Congratulations. Trivia.
Magnifique.
So I wasn't really listening, but there was a lot of people everywhere, and it was really loud. You know, lots of people talking and things. And then I just thought, it's one of those parties where I didn't really want to talk to anybody, so they were boring. So I just thought, I just want to speak to him. So maybe it'd be really interesting, maybe it'll brighten up my evening a little bit. So I sort of walked over. I walked with. So I sort of walked over, and he was in a circle of people, so there were people kind of standing here, and I walked around, and I stood over here so that he could see me. And as I looked up, he caught eye contact.
Alright.
Good.
So he sort of looked at me, and then he sort of went back to his conversation, but all the time I could feel that I was in his island because I was there. He could always sort of sense that I was there. And then so he was talking to these people, but he didn't look interested at all. And they were just, I didn't know what they were talking about. Oh, and over there, this is where the drinks were. So, and there were sort of people who were around who I was vaguely talking to.
Did you have a drink?
Yeah. Okay. So then I was standing over there, and well, he sort of, it was like he was in the conversation, but he wasn't really talking, so he was just sort of standing there. And then he looked up at me again, and I was looking sort of over here. There was a window, and I was looking out of the window.
At the Eiffel Tower.
At the Eiffel Tower. Oh, that's good. And he came up to the table. And I wasn't looking at him, but I could feel that he was close to me, and that was the first moment that we'd ever sort of been, you know, close. So that was really clear, and I could kind of feel it, and I was thinking, oh wow, what am I going to do now? And then, so I was looking out the window, and then he leant down to get a drink, and as you can sort of see, he got the drink, stood up, and then he looked at me, and I looked at him. And he said, hi.
Hi.
I really enjoyed your singing.
I really enjoyed your singing.
And
could you do that in French, please?
Salut.
Oh, salut.
Yeah. Salut.
I really enjoyed his past tense. I can't remember.
What are you looking for?
I really enjoyed your singing.
So it's like j'aime, but in the past tense.
Yeah,
like, alright, let's go with that.
Salut. J'aime beaucoup ta chanter.
Merci. So we kind of sort of continued the conversation, and it was a little bit awkward only because we'd never met before, but it was also really, you know, sparkly and exciting.
Yeah, you said that here you already fell for him.
Yeah, no, I'd already fell for him. I mean, when I was standing
could you put this on to show that?
Show that I'd already fell for him. Under over the top, or
Yeah.
But you know, I'd already been sort of attracted to him just by the back of him, you know, by the and stuff. Anyway, yeah, so we had a conversation and we watched BT, it was really good. And I sort of kept wishing that we weren't at this rubbish party and that we were somewhere else that was actually a nice environment to be in. And so we continued for maybe 10 minutes or something.
Cool. Could you two just improvise some conversation?
Beaucoup or? No.
Good person,
Plus des clubs ou discothèques
Une discothèque.
Oui.
Oui.
La danse aussi. On va le voir. Merci.
J'adore le livre.
Quel livre? Madame Bovary?
Oui,
Oui.
c'est très bon.
Ouais. Et tu es dans l'accord?
On est dans l'accord.
Conversation sort of started to laugh, but in a good way. And we were both sort of making each other's eyes, sort of thinking the same thing. I had 2 glasses of wine by then, so.
We're anyone.
Yeah. And then he said, "Why don't we get outside onto the balconies?" It was like a sort of balcony garden thing.
Le balcon.
Le jardin.
The jardin.
Jardin.
The jardin. And I just said yes. And he sort of, went like that. He kind of went like that, and I walked in front of him. And as I walked in front of him, he put his hand just there, just touched me like that, and then I walked.
Cool.
But he didn't keep it there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did you look back as you walked? Or just
No, I just walked, but it was a big thing because he just touched me for the first time.
Le jardin?
He asked me where I was from. Paris. Just checking, And then, so we just talked, and it was really great. And I don't really remember what we talked about, but I know it's really nice.
The wine.
Yeah, and, I really, really liked him, and that was pretty exciting. And, then we sort of got closer and closer together, and I could tell that he was going to try and kiss me. It was obvious, it was obvious. And he just sort of pushed my hair back, kind of across my head like that, quite firmly, and then kissed me.
Cool. Okay.
Just like that. It's pretty simple. Is that okay?
Yeah, no, that's good. Maybe was it kind of evening at that point?
Yeah, was it?
Maybe we should do it in the dark.
T'habites à Paris?
Oui.
Room.
Champs-Élysées.
Ouais?
La rue
Impossible.
La rue de Saint-Clair.
Quel numéro?
Numéro 3.
Cool. Do you think we've got enough?
Mm-hmm.
And is that how it was exactly?
Yeah,
Cool.
that was it.
Okay, thank you, Carla. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Cool.